Hey, I'm Heth.
What's up? This is Jed.
We're Heth and Jed, and this is something from WBAI. We had a really cool interview with Sedera over there. So check it out, rockers.
Amid the hustle and bustle of the Times Square subway station where countless lines crisscross and thousands of commuters rush by, finding the mental space to relax can be difficult. But chances are you may find what you need if the rock band of brothers Heth and Jed is playing on the mezzanine above the 1, 2, and 3 lines. Heth is almost 3 years older than Jed, but they both have a similar eternal teenager look. Their denim trousers match their sleeveless jean jackets. They wear plaid shirts, worn-out t-shirts, and their foreheads hide behind a large amount of hair. They may have a stereotypical rocker look, but their experience working together has taught them how to avoid the cliché brotherly rock star fights a la Oasis.
We have a contract where we know the things that we would typically fight over. We know how to solve those things so we can dedicate more to music and creation instead of fighting. Now we just create together, and we're sort of like a united front, like we think alike, and when people mess with us, they immediately know it's a mistake.
In fact, they create music with the goal to appease. They call their style ambient rock.
It's just like a mixture of ambient music, even stemming from like techno-y and trance, also like meditational, vibrational, and just atmospheres, and then we mix that with rock, sort of like a Grateful Dead jam aspect, because we write songs that are like rock tunes, but we like to open them up and just go into like a jam where we leave the song behind for a while and we just go out there to wherever, as far as we can go, but still within sort of like the framework of the song.
It also means that you use the energy, you ride the energy of the space you're in, and you use that wave. You surf the wave and you go wherever it takes you. You really can't control music. So for us, it works best to just go with the energy of what's happening.
We're kind of like playing the music that we need to hear to stay sane in the city.
This emphasis on calmness and soothing ambience may seem very removed from their punk origins, but when you pair punk's do-it-yourself spirit with the way the two of them work together to create their ample sound, and their reasons for only wanting to stay a duo, it all comes together.
Well, I was in a punk band. It was hard to sustain the band, and I wanted to have something that would keep me going. So my brother and I were in separate bands, and we came together in this form as a duo. The last guitar player we had taught us that we never want to work with anybody else ever again. A trio is a difficult thing to be involved with, but a duo, it just simplifies everything. And, there's only 2 voices and 2 people in the room making decisions. And we break our decisions with a final vote, which is I have a little more power over him because I'm older. So if I have to break a tie goes to me, and he has to suck it up.
We kind of moved into using a lot of pedals and loopers and stuff because we wanted to sound bigger than 2 without more than 2.
Heth and Jed came to play in the streets and on the subway because the club scene was more of an expense than a source of profit. And it turns out they made the right decision because they can now support themselves on their music while feeling a sense of belonging in a community of busking musicians.
You're in the public, and you're sort of just showing your soul in the middle of the chaos of the commute. And that can be very emotional on both, both from the person who's perceiving it and also the performer. So there's a community, there's a connection with those other performers that feel that way. And then there's certain rogue performers that are brutal and just will set up on you and blast you out or drum over you and just conquer the spot you're in. It's a hierarchy of noise that will win that argument, pretty much, unless you want to get into a fight, which is never good. The street fights are very dangerous, so we just try to avoid that.
But before they reached their pretty stable status as busking successes, they went through the normal tribulations of street performance and its fringe status. They're even writing a book about it that will come out next year called Buskers, the On the Streets and the Trains Off the Grid memoir of 2 street musicians.
We got arrested about, 3 or 4 times, mainly tickets, and we just saw it as a business expense. It happens.
But in the end, their success shows that their conception of their music as community rock for the people, by the people, may be the best alternative in a precarious music industry.
We're here, we like being part of the community, and we like being in the community and supporting the community and having the community support us.
We've sold almost 40,000 CDs in the last 4 years, 3 or 4 years, and it's a independent release records. The thing about playing in the streets is that besides the money, it's really about getting a fan base so that the next product or whatever it is that you release will have somewhere to go.
And this was Sedera RANAIVOARINOSY bringing the sounds of the subway to the airwaves on Wake Up Call.